Hi there, boys and girls. Mr. Chip here. I'm in the WREZ News Studio, joined by a couple of special guests. Ladies, can you introduce yourself for me, please?
I'm Isabella.
Isabella?
And I'm Joni.
And Joni have joined me in the WREZ News Studio to share some fantastic learning they've been doing in their classroom. First off, whose classroom are you in, girls?
Mr. Cooke's.
Mr. Cooke's, okay. And Mr. Cooke is, let's see, that makes you guys, what grade?
Third.
Third grade. Boys and girls, put your listening ears on because these girls have some great third grade learning that they want to share with you. So, there's a couple of posters hanging up behind you, and the boys and girls that are watching the news right now are probably wondering, tell me all about those, Mr. Chip. So we're going to do that. I see behind you, Isabella, it says Kensuke's Kingdom. Is that correct?
Yes.
What is that?
It's a book that we read.
Okay, excellent. And then Joni, behind you, it says the BFG. What is that?
It is a book, and the BFG stands for Big Friendly Giant.
I see. So both of those posters relate to books that you've read in class.
Yes.
Correct? Okay, fantastic. I also see that they're really pretty because they've got all kinds of Post-it notes of different colors on them. We'll get to those in just one second. Let's talk about, boys and girls probably have seen the learner profile calendar in their classrooms. Joni, there you see. Joni's holding it right now, and it describes each month. We have September all the way through June, the whole school year, and then we have learner profiles under each month. Joni, stand it down. Can you tell me tell me first off, the month of March, what are we focusing on? Which profile are we focusing on?
We are focusing on thinker.
We're a thinker. I see. So our learner profile for this month is thinkers. Okay, we're trying to be thinkers in our learning. What was last month's, Isabella? What was February's?
February was knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable. Okay, excellent. So throughout the year, you've been introduced to a new learner profile trait. You've then done some learning by reading these books. So then these Post-it notes, what are those all about? Who can share that? Isabel, can you tell me what's on these Post-it notes?
These Post-it notes are like the IB words, but we put them into like the book of the characters if they were being like principled or caring.
I see. So as you were reading each of these books, you then were keeping Post-it notes each and every time you were introduced to a new character. Then you learned about that character, and you learned maybe, okay, this particular character was caring, or this particular character was knowledgeable, correct?
Yes.
Very neat. Can you share with the boys and girls of Raisinville one of the Post-it notes read one of them and give us an example of a learner profile that was discussed about the book?
Michael was principled when he was keeping the secret and his promise to Kensuke.
I see. So Michael is a character in the book. Mm-hmm. He was showing that he was a principled character by keeping a secret that Kensuke needed him to keep. Mm-hmm. Very good example. Thank you. Joni, how about on the BFG? Can you share with us one of those learner profile characteristics that you found that's on the Post-it note?
The BFG was courageous when he went all the way to the Queen of England's castle.
Excellent. So he had to make it, so the BFG, the Big Friendly Giant, had to make his way to the Queen's castle, and he probably seen all kinds of stuff along his way. Yeah. And he had to, probably scary stuff every once in a while.
Sophie was very, very high up.
Okay, excellent. Very good. So he showed courageousness, and he was a courageous character, correct? Mm-hmm. Very good. So let's see. Give me one more example, please, Isabella, on your Kensuke's Kingdom. Try to do a different one if you could.
Kensuke was courageous when he saved the orangutans.
Good job. So he saved the orangutans, and he was courageous in doing that. Joni, you got one more for us on the BFG?
Yes. The BFG was a communicator because he talked to Sophie about being a giant and being with the big, humongous ones.
Good job. Excellent. So he was communicating because he was having a conversation, communicating what he was doing and everything such. It's great. Good job, girls. So Joni, I see next to you, though, there's a binder on the table. Can you hold that up? Because the boys and girls, I don't think, can see that. Can you show us that? Okay, so on the front of it, it says the International Baccalaureate at Raisinville Elementary School. My Learner Profile Folder. And it has your name on it, right, Joni? Yep. Girls, can you tell us, what do we put inside that binder?
We put in the picture for each book that we did. Like, for example, this one was the BFG.
Okay, so I see, Joni, you're showing us a piece of paper that has different, I see. The learner profiles are also listed on your paper. So just like the Post-it notes, when you saw someone was a good communicator, what you did was you wrote down underneath the communicator tab why they were a good communicator, correct? Mm-hmm. So now you have this folder, but you also have these great posters in your classroom too to show off your learning, huh?
Yes.
That's pretty good stuff, girls. What do you think about the International Baccalaureate type of learning? And it's because it's new to us, and we're getting excited to becoming an International Baccalaureate school. What do you think about it? Because you went to school here last year, and we weren't talking about it. We are now this year. What do you think?
Well, I think we're on the way because a lot of people are being more better and being nicer and being on the schedule.
Okay, excellent. How about you, Isabella? Let me ask you this question: Can I be a learner profile? Can I be a learner profile away from school? Like, can I be caring outside of the school?
You can be anything outside of the school.
Every one of those learner profiles can be just as well made at home, on the bus, at school, at practice, wherever we're at. Correct?
Yes.
Awesome, excellent. So, is there anything else you'd like to share with the boys and girls here at Raisonville about your learning process, or about the IB journey, or anything?
Not really.
Okay, excellent. How about you, Joni? Anything else you'd like to say before we sign off?
You rock.
I love it. Excellent. Girls, thank you so much for coming in to the WRIZ News Studio. You do me a favor. Will both of you hold up the covers of the books so the boys and girls can see? Yep. So Joni has the BFG, and then, of course, Isabella has Cooke's Kingdom. Those are the books that you read in class. I want to say I appreciate you coming by the studio, sharing your learning with us. You guys are the ones that rock. Thanks for coming in, girls.
You're welcome.